All set, sir? So yeah, good morning everyone. I, Ritu Kandari, welcome you all to the fifth day of AICT Apple-sponsored online one-week faculty development program on response effectiveness, organizing self, attitudinal shift, and decision making. So we are going to have two sessions today. We are going to have two sessions. The first session is on Sahaja Yoga, which will extend up to 12:30. And the next session is post-lunch, which is on transformative thinking, transformative learning and design thinking. So I would like to introduce our guest, our speaker of the day with you, Mr. Shalabh Dayal. Mr. Shalabh Dayal comes from telecommunication industry and has 20 plus years of industry experience with organizations like Verizon Business, Airtel, Tata, and Reliance. Currently working as technical consultant with GCX. He and his family have been practicing Sahaj Yoga for 20 plus years now, and he has conducted the Sahaj Yoga self-realization and stress management programs for various government organizations, educational institutions, and corporate house across India. So I would like to welcome you, sir, to this FDP, and this is going to be a long session. We have already had two sessions on Sahaj Yoga. I hope you already aware of it. So we have just got the basics of it, and then we had learned the foot stroke technique and the Kundalini raising techniques. So I hope we are going to have a wonderful session today again, and we'll practice this. We'll have a learning session. So over to you.
Thank you, Ritu ma'am. Very good morning to all the participants of this meeting today. And as Ritu ma'am has already introduced me, my name is Shalabh Dayal, and I come from telecommunication background. Okay. In today's Sahaj Yoga session, basically, okay, the time is still 12:30, but we have broken this session into two parts. Right now, we'll have one session, and after that, we'll have some break in between so that you can relax. You can, eat something. If you are hungry in the morning or you want, take a break. Okay, and after that, we'll have another session. So this basically these 3 hours will be in, two sessions. So first session will be by me, and I'm here for next 45 minutes to 1 hour with you. And I'll make sure the session is equally interesting for you. And after that, we'll take some short break, and then we'll have my colleague who will be taking you through the next session. And that session is especially going to be on very specific issue that I will tell you later on. This session, as of now, we will do a recap of what we have done in last 2 days. Okay, I mean last two sessions, because it's very important that whatever concepts we are learning, okay, we have those concepts flowing in our blood. Then only we are going to practice them. Otherwise, if we have the doubts, or if we have the missing gaps in those concepts, okay, it is very likely that we forget them very easily, and we may not be able to practice them at all. Okay, so this session primarily I have focused, although I wanted to go a little bit advanced on that, but we have decided that we will focus on a little bit more on concepts that we have already covered, so that we all of us know what we have doing and what we need to do. Okay, so okay, so without wasting any further time, let's start with the session today. So this session of Sahaj Yoga, as you know by now, Sahaj Yoga is not just a technique of meditation. It's just it's a very scientific ecosystem in which once you enter this ecosystem, you have n number of benefits in almost each and every aspect of your life. Okay, so let me just give you a recap. What is the main thing that Sahaj Yoga is all about? What is the basic concept from where we start evolving and we start getting healthy, we start getting evolving into a better human being, right? So let us first understand what is that basic concept of Sahaj Yoga. Okay, so before we come to Sahaj Yoga, what is meditation? You must have experienced in the last two sessions, the meditation is not about trying to focus you or trying to concentrate your efforts on something. No, meditation is not about trying to concentrate on something. Meditation is about forgetting everything and getting into a state of thoughtless awareness. Now let us see once again what exactly the thoughtless awareness is, and I'll give you a very a very common example what thoughtless awareness we practice in our day-to-day lives. Okay, all of you can see a pendulum on your screen. This is a pendulum of our thoughts, the past, the present, and future. The past, the future, and the present. Okay, what it's showing, I'm sure all of you can see this the pendulum dangling on your screens, right? What this pendulum you just keep on giving me your feedback on the chat window so that I'm sure that the communication is bi-directional and it's not just unidirectional. So I would just request at least Ritu ma'am just to confirm me if everything is clear and visible.
Yeah, it is clear and it is clearly visible.
Thank you, ma'am. Okay, so what this pendulum is all about, this is the pendulum of thoughts, our thoughts inside our brain. So as we all know, our brain is continuously processing n number of thoughts, right? Whether you are a teacher, whether you are a student, whether you are in administration, whether you are working alone, whatever, whether we are even if we are on a vacation where we think that we are tension free and mind free and everything, the brain is continuously processing n number of thoughts all the time. And what happens, the more thoughts we process in our brain, the more energy the brain requires, right? And the more energy the brain requires, the more energy it consumes, and it starts getting fatigue. Even if we are not doing anything physically, we still have a sensation of fatigue inside us. We become a little bit lethargic, and we become we don't feel like doing anything. So all these things do happen even if physically we are not active. Why? Because our brain is continuously processing thoughts about the past, about the future. But if you see the pendulum, it is never stable at present. That is what the basic problem with us is. We keep on thinking about what happened with us. We keep on planning about what we want to do today. What we want to do tomorrow, day after tomorrow, 1 week after, 1 month after, 5 years after, 10 years after, right? But what we fail is we fail to enjoy the present which has been given to us, right? And what happens? The brain is continuously laden with n number of thoughts. The thoughts can be good, thoughts can be bad. The thoughts can be very exciting. They give us anxiety, they give us excitement, they give us happiness. Very good. They can also give us sadness, they can also give us depression, they can also give us very lethargic attitude, everything. But a thought is a thought is a thought. It consumes energy in our brain. Good thoughts and bad thoughts doesn't make any difference. As long as these are roaming inside our brain is overworked and it is consuming a lot of energy from our body, right? What happens? What we need to do? A simple thing, what we need to do is try to be in present. Don't think about past. Past, whatever has happened, it is all over. We cannot change that, right? What about the future? None of us has seen the future, right? Neither you nor me nor anybody else in this world has seen the future. So what's the harm? What's the point in thinking all the time about the future, right? So why not we remain in present? And how we do that? How we do that is by having some sort of pause, or you can say a gap between any two consecutive thoughts in our brain. That gap, that state of gap is known as the state of thoughtless awareness. Let me explain it to you in a very common example. For example, I have to go somewhere and I'm waiting for my friend to come and pick me up. I'm standing on a highway where all the vehicles, all the cars, buses, trucks, vehicles, everything, every cyclist, everybody is coming and going, coming and going, coming and going. I am standing on the side of the highway on the pavement and I'm waiting for the car, a red color car of my friend, which is going to come and pick me up and take me, right? Now, what I'm doing, I'm seeing all the traffic on the highway, coming and going, coming and going. But am I getting involved in the traffic? Probably not. I'm not bothered who's driving that car, how many passengers are there in the bus, what is the load that truck is carrying, how many people are sitting on that bike. No, I'm not much bothered. What I'm bothered is my focus and my attention is only looking for a red color car which is going to come, pick me up and go. Okay, so I'm witnessing everything which is going on around me, but I'm not getting involved in everything, and my focus is only on a red car particular which is going to come and pick me up. Okay, so I am sort of in a state of thoughtless awareness of all the traffic around me, because I have to protect myself from getting in trap of that traffic. I have to stay inside, but do not think about the traffic. I am only focused once a red car of my friend comes, that is what it means to me, and then I will go. So this is the attitude and this is the state that we need to get into our daily lives. Even for example, I'm driving a car to my office. I'm not thinking about driving the car all the time. Now I have to press the accelerator, now I have to change the gear, now I have to press the brake, now I have to press the clutch. No, it is all happening without me even thinking about it, because it is all in our senses now. What I'm thinking is something different. So this is a state of thoughtless awareness that we need to achieve in day-to-day life. And what do we achieve by this? I'll say that, okay, I want to do away with all my thoughts. Then what? So what happens, ladies and gentlemen, all these thoughts, they pile upon us, n number of things in our brain, and we fail to enjoy the present, we fail to enjoy our life, right? Even if something good is happening in front of us, we might appear that we are enjoying, but something at the back of our mind is going, oh my god, will there be water in my tap in the evening or not? Oh my god, what to do? My car got punctured today, I need to get the tire repaired. Okay, so all these thoughts somewhere at the back of our mind, they are always with us. So what we need to do is, we need to do away with those thoughts so that we can relax, our brain can relax, and then we achieve a state of happiness. Okay, so sadness or anything is not that somebody is forcing on us, it is all into us and all up to us how we make the best of whatever has been given to us. Put the thoughts aside, enjoy the life, enjoy the present without too much going into past or the future. Okay, and this is what we achieve through Sahaj Yoga meditation. As you must have experienced, when we meditate for a couple of minutes, the thoughts in our brains, they start reducing upon and we start feeling relaxed. So we will do that exercise again today. I want all of you to have that strong feeling of the energy inside you, which makes you thoughtless, and that is the state when we actually start benefiting ourselves, our body starts relaxing, and we start getting better in almost all the aspects of our life, be it physical aspects, be it emotional aspects, be it spiritual aspects, be it any other aspect of our life, we start getting better and better. So enough of theory, now we'll move towards a little bit of practical knowledge. Okay, so before I introduce you to Sahaj Yoga, a brief introduction of about Sri Mataji Nirmala Devi, who is the founder of Sahaj Yoga. She founded Sahaj Yoga in 1923. Oh, sorry, she was born in 1923 and she founded Sahaj Yoga in the year of 1970. So with 50 years of Sahaj Yoga being introduced to all of us now, almost practiced in almost more than 140 countries across the globe. Okay, we, we practice Sahaj Yoga by hundreds and hundreds of people, thousands of people across the globe, free of cost. Because the simple fundamental of Shri was, whatever is inside you cannot be sold to you. It's yours and no one can charge you any amount of money for giving you that experience. That was a basic fundamental when she introduced Sahaj Yoga to the world. Okay, and she gave us one mantra that you cannot know the meaning of life unless and until you are connected to the power that created you. We all know there's an all-pervading power. We call it by any other name, Ishwar, Allah, Vaheguru, Paramatma, whatever name we call it. We all understand there is a power which controls all of us, right? So what Shivataji said, that you follow any religion, you follow any community guidelines, you follow wherever and whatever you are, everything is similar, because ultimately you have to get connected to the power of the divine, which is holding you, which is controlling you, and which is guiding you all the time. So that is one fundamental of Sahaj Yoga. And what do we achieve by that? What we achieve by that is, once we get connected to the divine, our well-being is now becoming the responsibility of the divine rather than the doctors and the medical practitioners over here, right? So Sahaj Yoga helps us in connecting to the all-pervading power, makes us healthy, and makes us lead a better life without depending too much on medicines, too much on third party things, and too much of aids and all those things. We become self-sufficient, and this is what we want all of you to get that. Okay, so now let us see how that Sahaj Yoga works out. So only this is just a recap for you. Sahaj Yoga is two words, Sahaj and Yog. Yog, we all know, Yog is, integration with the divine. That is what the yoga has been described in the mythology, in history, in scientific languages, in every terminology. Okay, in every religion, it has been divine. It has been defined. If you pick up Holy Bible, you will see there's a concept of divine cool breeze of the Holy Ghost, right? That divine cool breeze comes out from you and it connects you to the Holy Ghost, and you can feel that power of Holy Ghost inside you. If you pick up Holy Quran, okay, Quran Sharif, in Quran Sharif, Muhammad Sahab has mentioned, when the day of Qiyamah comes, your fingers will, tell you what is right and what is wrong. Okay, that the concept of Qiyamah and your inner voice has been described in Quran. If you pick up Bhagavad Gita, it is described as Chaitanya Lahari. In Guru Granth Sahib, Guru Nanak Ji has clearly said, Kahe Nanak bin apa chinhe mitenam bhram ki kai, means once you are able to understand yourself, all your doubts would be cleared. So everything has been mentioned in all the religion, all the scientific journals, everywhere it has been religion. Sahaj Yoga is only a summary of all those things put together in a common English. So believe me, this is what is common to all of us, irrespective of the background we come from. Okay, so Sahaj Yoga is integration of our energy with the all-pervading power. Okay, this is what the main objective of meditation is, and this is how it helps us. So now we have a subtle system inside the body. I'm not going into too much of details of subtle system today because you have already covered it in last few sessions. This is only a recap for you. Okay, so we have three parts on our nervous system: the left sympathetic nervous system, the right sympathetic nervous system, and in between is the parasympathetic nervous system. Okay, what this do? Let me explain it to you by giving a very common example. Okay, suppose I want you all to raise your left hand. You can raise your left hand. Now I say bring down your left hand, you raise your right hand. All of you can raise your right hand also, right? All these are voluntary processes which are controlled by the left and the right sympathetic nervous system. Now if I ask you, whatever good breakfast that you had in the morning, please do not digest it. You have it in your tummies, but don't digest it. Sounds interesting, right? You cannot do it because once it is inside your body, the food has to get digested. There's no other option about it. You cannot control it, right? This, or I tell you, hold your breath permanently. Can you hold your breath permanently? No. Maybe voluntarily you can hold your breath for 4-5 seconds, maybe a few more seconds, someone. But can you hold it for long? No. You have to respire. You have to do the respiration. So these are the functions which are governed through our autonomous nervous system, or what we call as parasympathetic nervous system, which is in the middle of the spinal column. And on this nervous system, we have 7 points that we medically call as plexuses, but in mythology, in every religion, they have been mentioned as chakras, or the points of energy inside us. Okay, so there are 7 chakras. Okay, and I'm not going into details of each and every chakra because I don't want to get too much of theoretical today. In today's session, I want to be a little bit of more of practical. So just remember and recall, there are 7 chakras in our body, and these chakras control various organs in our body. Okay, how they control? If you see the diagram in the middle of your screen right now, the chakras on the spinal column, all the nerves which are originating from our brain, they come out, they spread out of our spinal column, and they get into all the organs of our body, right? Now, why I'm showing you this? We need to understand that there's a brain, there's a system of nerves and neurons which control our entire body. And then there is a subtle system which you can see on the left side of your screen, which is a subtle system which manages our internal energy, our kundalini energy inside all of us. Okay, so the brain, the nervous system, and our kundalini energy, these are two interoperating systems which are working perfectly in complete unison inside our body, and they make us keep fit and fine. If everything is so good, why all these things? Because through our habits, through our backgrounds, through our surroundings, or the ambience in our life, the symmetry between the harmony between these two systems, it gets disturbed, right? Brain will do something else, energy will allow you to do something else, because energy knows what is best best for our body, but the brain is driven by our conditionings and the things which affect us in the background. So sometimes there is a friction between the two, and our body starts getting imbalances. So what we do is, when we get imbalanced, then all sort of problems in our life, they start inside us. Okay, we may not feel very good, we may not feel very bad, we may not be productive, we may not be creative, and we may be fighting, we may be having any sort of behavioral manifestations. So what we do through Sahaja Yoga meditation, we bring our body in unison and in harmony, so that our brain, our voluntary functions, and our energy, which controls our autonomous functions, everything in our life becomes and settles down in a perfect harmony to make us life better and better. And this is how it happens inside us. This energy, when everything is in harmony inside us, this energy rises through our spinal column, rejuvenates our entire nervous system, our all nadis, our all chakras, our all channels, and finally it comes over here head, comes out of the head, and that is the point, that is the stage which we call as the state of yoga. Okay, yoga is not breathing here and breathing out from here. Yoga is not standing and dancing on one feet. No, the yoga is to connect with the all pervading power, and this is what happens inside us. This energy rises, rejuvenates our body, comes out of our head, and connects to the all pervading power of the divine. And what is the scientific proof? We experience it in our hands and on our head, and in our entire body. Okay, so enough of theory now. We move towards this practical experience, and believe me, ladies and gentlemen, we will experience it very strongly today. There's an energy inside us, and we have full right. It is our birthright to experience that energy and to make use of that energy. Okay, so before we do that, two requests. Number one, I want all of you to relax. I want all of you, if you can put off your shoes or slippers and you can be bare feet on ground, that would really help you. That will help you relax better. Okay, and I want all of you to have that desire inside you to, yes, I want to experience it today. Unless and until you have that strong desire inside you that, yes, I want to experience my energy, I want to connect to the divine, I want to experience that bliss, unless until you have that desire within you, I will not be able to give you or make you experience anything, because it has to come from you. I'm only helping you getting it, right? So I want to know all of you. You can type out on your chat windows, or you can, I would suggest you type only on your chat windows, all the participants who are there on the call. Do you have that desire of feeling the divine inside you or not? Yes or no? I want answer from all of you. Please answer me on the chat window. Yes, very good. So perfectly okay. So now let us move into the second phase of this session, the practical experience. Okay, perfect. Thank you so much for your responses. Let us move into the practical part now. Before moving the practical part, a very important aspect of Sahaja Yoga is it is a verifiable experience. Verifiable means we are all teachers, lecturers, engineers, scientists, and now, right? What we do, we mix two chemicals in a chemistry lab, and then see what happens. If nothing happens, we write nothing happens and we document it. But if something happens, like the red color and the yellow color, they turn into blue color, or the blue color turns into green color, we accept that when we mix the chemical A and chemical B, it turns into a chemical C, which is green in color. So we document that and then we accept that. So we have to accept this Sahaja Yoga as a scientist, that yes, if we are able to experience, that means there is this instrument inside us. So let us all move forward like a scientist. Okay, I don't want you to believe everything whatever I say. No, we will experience it and then only we will believe it. Okay, so let's do one thing. All of you relax as of now, with your hands open like this, on your tables, on your chairs, on your laps, wherever you want to keep your hands. Just keep your hands in a relaxed position with your palms open. And I'm sure all of you know by now why we keep our palms open, because all the nerve endings which are originating from brain and all part of the body, they come here, they end up in our hands and in fingers. So what happens when the energy rises in our body? It rejuvenates, it starts stimulating all the channels and chakras in our body. We can feel it in our hands. So we will keep our hands in a relaxed position in our lap, open like this. Okay, thank you all of you. Now I want all of you to close your eyes for a few seconds and take a deep breath. Take a deep breath. When I say one, you take a deep breath as much as you can inhale. Don't do it right now. We'll do it once I tell you 1, 2, and 3. Take a deep breath, hold it inside for a few seconds as long as you can comfortably, and then exhale very slowly. We'll do this exercise 3 times. Okay? Now, close your eyes and inhale. 1. I'm not closing my eyes because I'm looking at you participants. I want all of you participants to do it. Hold your breath. Exhale. We'll do it second time. Close your eyes. Hold your breath for a few seconds. Exhale. Third time we'll do it. Close your eyes. Take a deep breath inside. Hold for a few seconds. Exhale and relax with your eyes closed. Why we do this? We want to bring our attention, the focus of our attention from the outside surroundings to inside us, within us, in our heart. Okay? Now what we're gonna do? Now you can open your eyes, look at the screen. We're gonna do some basic exercises. Okay? You already know the 5 steps. Very shortly we will do these 5 steps. Step number 1 is clearing the left side. Okay? Wherein you look at the gentleman on your screen. Okay? Your left hand remains on your table, the palm open, and your right hand is towards the earth element. This is step number 1. Step number 2, right hand palm in front of you towards the screen, left hand folded from the elbow pointing towards the sky. This is step number 2. Step number 3, okay, we will not do step number 3, 4, 5 today. I will guide you through my video what we are going to do today. Today's experience would be a little bit different. Okay, so are all of you ready? Let's go into the meditation now for next couple of minutes. Are you all ready? Yes or no? You can switch on your videos, you can unmute your cameras, absolutely fine. Okay, because now the theory part is enough. Now we are going into the actual meditative routine. So I would request, ladies and gentlemen, if you want to switch on your cameras, that would be really great. You can switch on your cameras, you can unmute yourself as long as there is no noise in the background, and then we will go into the meditation part. If you think there is a noise, then don't unmute because it might disturb others. But if you're fine, you can unmute yourselves. That's absolutely okay with me. Okay.
They can't turn their cameras on. So that is a restriction.
No problem. If you want to switch on the camera, that's absolutely fine. If you want to switch it off, that's okay. Absolutely, it's up to you. Now, let us do one thing. Let us relax. Eyes closed. If you want to open your eyes, look at the screen on your laptop. Look at the photograph of Shimataji. Now, there's a scientific reason why I'm putting up the photograph of Shimataji on the screen. We all know in science, the current flows from a higher source of potential to the lower source of potential, right? Same way, when we want to have some energy, when we want some stimulus, it has to come from somebody which has a higher level of energy to the people like us who have a little lower level of energy. So that's the simple reason we put the photograph of Shimataji in front of us, who has given us this knowledge. Okay, we ask for energy from Shimataji to give that energy to us so that we are able to feel our energy inside us. Okay, look at the photograph of Shimataji. Look at her, look at the bindi on her forehead. Look at the red spot on her forehead. Try to focus on that spot. Okay, and while looking at her bindi, if you feel like, very gently, very softly, with respect, you can close your eyes and relax. Okay, just remember the photograph in your mind while you are closing your eyes. Okay, that would help us in concentrating our thoughts and processes of our body. With your eyes closed, both the hands towards the screen, the palms open. Okay, now there's the energy inside us. We will pray to that energy which is inside us. Dear energy, dear mother energy, please give me the state of self-realization today. Self-realization means when we are able to feel our energy inside us, when we are able to know what is going on inside us. That is what we want to feel today. We pray, dear mother, please give me my self-realization today. Pray with the pure desire in your heart, because it is our desire that we want to experience it. So pray with a full, deep desire from your heart. Dear mother, please give me my self-realization. With your eyes closed, very gently put your right hand down, pointing towards earth element. Your left hand on your lap with your palm open. And we'll make a small prayer here. Dear mother, please take away all the problems and negativities of the left side of my body through my right hand into the earth element. Dear mother, please take away all the problems and negativities of the left side of my body through my right hand into the earth element. And while we do this prayer, most of us must be already feeling as if there's a flow of energy happening, entering inside the palm of our left hand, coming inside our body, going through our body into our right hand, and coming out of the right hand into the earth. Just try to feel this flow of energy inside us as we pray to clear our left side. Just pray from your heart and feel the flow of energy. Do the prayer twice or thrice till you start feeling a strong flow of energy inside you. It can be cool, it can be warm, it can be any sensation. Don't worry, just keep feeling and observe what you are feeling. The flow of energy inside you. Very gently, we'll bring back our right hand on our lap. Take our left hand, fold it from the elbow towards the sky. You can see me, and close your eyes and pray to the Mother. Dear Mother, kindly take away all the problems and negativities of the right side of my body through my left hand into the space and the air elements. We'll make this prayer 2 to 3 times, deep from our heart with our eyes closed. And while we make this prayer, this time we'll feel the reverse flow of energy inside us, the energy entering into our body through the right hand palm, going inside our body, coming to the left hand, coming out of our left hand palm into the space element. Try to feel this strong flow of energy in this direction as you pray to clean your right side. Pray from your heart. Dear Mother, please take away all the problems and negativities of the right side of my body through my left hand into the space and the air element. Just pray, repeat it, and feel the flow of energy inside you. I'm sure all of you must be feeling the coolness or the warmth inside your bodies now. This is the flow of energy happening inside you. Your own internal Kundalini energy is making these vibrations flow inside you, across your body. With your eyes closed, very gently take your hand down and put both your hands in front of your heart. You can see me how I have done it, and then you can close your eyes. Both your hands should point towards your screen where you see the photograph of Shri Mataji. With your eyes closed, we pray to Shri Mataji to establish us in present. We don't want to go in past or the future. We want to get established in present so that we can enjoy the bliss of this energy. Dear Mother, please give me the complete balance. Dear Mother, please give me the complete balance between my desires and my actions. I only have pure desires and I only take good actions. Please give me this complete balance inside me. With your eyes closed, both the hands in front of your heart. Now I'm sure you are able to feel the energy in both your hands. While you do this prayer from deep from your heart, pray to Mother to give you the flow of energy, the complete balance inside you. I'm sure all of you must be feeling this energy in both your hands as of now. If you want to feel the actual flow, with your eyes closed, just do a little thing. Just move any of your hand with respect to each other, little bit up or down. You'll feel as if there's a flow of water happening between two hands. Just look at me how I am doing. Just little bit up and down with respect to each other, very slowly with your eyes closed, attention inside you, and you will feel how the energy is flowing between the two hands. Just observe this flow of energy. This is your energy, your internal energy which is flowing inside you. I'm sure all of you can feel this, right? as if you're pouring water from one hand into another. Just try to feel this flow of energy. Do it and feel it, but with your eyes closed. Move your hands up or down with respect to other hand. I want all of you to feel the bliss of this energy inside you. Can you feel it? Now, with the eyes closed, you can take down both your hands, keep your palms open towards the sky. With your eyes closed, just take your right hand over your head, fingers spread like this. Just open your eyes and look at me. Fingers spread like this. Touch your head on the fontanel bone area. Very slowly apply a little pressure and close your eyes. While you are applying the pressure in this area, just close your eyes. And now move your hand 1 to 2 inches above your head. Your complete attention on the head, on the area where you kept your hand above that area 1 to 2 inches, and try to feel as if a flow of water is coming out of your head. A fountain of water or air is coming out of your head, which you are able to feel in your right hand palm. Just try to feel that energy. It can be cold, it can be warm, it can be anything. Just feel. You can move your hand a little bit left and right, up and down. Try to feel it. All of you must be experiencing the flow of energy coming out of your head and in your hand. Just feel it. Eyes closed. Complete attention on your mother energy inside you. Feel it. Just try to move your hand a little bit up or down or left or right, front or back. Somewhere you will feel more, somewhere you will feel less. That is the catch. You have to feel it somewhere or the other. Okay. Bring down your right hand. Let's try to feel it with our left hand now. With our eyes closed, left hand over your head. Don't touch the head. Just above it, 1 to 2 inches. Are you still able to feel the warmth or the coolness above your head? Even if it is not warm or not cold, as long as you are able to feel a flow of air between your head and hand, that is good enough. Both your hands down. We'll remain in this state for a few seconds. Eyes closed. Your attention in both the palms of your hands and on your head. No tension in your body, no thoughts in your mind. Just relax, relax, and relax. Feel your energy inside you. Feel your energy in both the palms of your hands and on your head. Absolute silence inside us. The state of bliss that we are enjoying now. No thoughts in our mind. Just the flow of energy inside our bodies. And try to feel in your hands which fingers you are experiencing the sensation, which hand is hot, which hand is cold, which finger is hot and cold, any sensation. Identify your observations yourself. We all are able to experience our divine energy inside us flowing right now. Very good. Now, may I request you all to open your eyes Very good. You can unmute yourself and tell me if you are feeling better and relaxed now. Are you feeling relaxed now? Yes or no? And most importantly, did you feel something in your hands? Yes or no? Did you feel the energy in your hands? On your head? Perfect. So almost everybody has felt it. Some have felt warm, some have cold. Perfectly okay. Perfect. Now I want you all to feel this energy even stronger. What you have to do, just look at your screens, put your hands like this in front of you as if you are holding a football in your hands, just the size of a football. Okay, I'm getting too many responses. That's fantastic. I'll respond to your responses. Just do this exercise once and then I will clarify all your experiences that you are experiencing right now. Just remain with me. Put your hands like this, your eyes towards your screen. Look at the photograph of Shimataji and do as I say. Your hands like this. Very slowly try to bring your hands towards each other and move them slightly as if you are rotating the football. Try to move your hands towards each other like this. Don't have to touch, just move towards each other a little bit and then take them apart very slowly. Okay? Keep looking at your screen. Try to be thoughtless and again bring your hands towards each other. Now you have to tell me, are you actually experiencing a football of strong magnet between two of your hands? Are you able to feel that energy between your two hands? Just do it like this and see if you're able to feel that ball of air between the two hands. Can you feel that force? Yes or no? Just take them apart a little bit. Again, bring your hands very slowly towards each other and move them a little bit. You're able to feel that energy? Yes or no? Ladies and gentlemen on the call? Able to feel it? Very strongly? Yes or no? Perfect. Ladies and gentlemen, this is our energy which we are feeling right now in both our hands, and you can feel it on your head as well. This is the eternal truth. There's a divine energy inside all of us. Don't have to do anything wrong. Just relax and enjoy this energy on your head, in your heads. Okay, now we all accept what is inside us and what is going on inside us. Yes or no? Do we all accept that? The experiment that we have just done, do we all accept these results? Perfectly okay. It's very good that almost everybody on this session has experienced that energy on your hands. Very good, all of you. Now, one more question. 1 hour before, half an hour before, when we joined this session, and now, are you feeling some difference inside you? Are you able to feel some difference inside you that you were half an hour before this session and as of now? Right? You're feeling the difference? Perfectly okay. So, ladies and gentlemen, very good. Now, some people have written, some are feeling cold, some are feeling warm, some are feeling on our head, some are feeling in our hands. It's perfectly okay as long as you are feeling anything inside you. That's absolutely okay. I'll tell you the reason now. Okay, the reason is we all have nadis and chakras, right? We all have channels and plexuses. Now, the thing is perfectly. Oh, that's a very good sensation. Smita has written the warmness like the mother's touch. Why it is? Because this divine energy is like our spiritual mother. One is our biological mother who has given us birth, but this energy has always remained with us. It's like our spiritual mother. When this caresses us, it gives us love. You feel the touch of your mother's warmth. This is very good experience, Smita. Thank you for sharing your experience on the call. Thank you so much. Like you, I'm sure many other people have also felt this. Why cold and warm? The reason is simple. None of us are alike. No two of us are same, right? All of us, we come from different backgrounds, right? So because of the different backgrounds, different working conditions, different living conditions, different communities, different conditionings, different thoughts, different everything, upbringing, all of us has a different combination of nadis and chakras status. So those, and the thing is, 99.999% of us, they do not have a perfect combination. So when the combination is not perfect, some will feel cold, some will feel warm, some will feel only tingling. So it can be anything. But the point to remember is, as long as we are feeling anything in our hands and our head, that means your mother energy which is inside you is working inside you and is working for you. Okay, so this is what we have to always remember. So now, enough of the theory and practical and experiences. Now I want all of you just a couple of more minutes to tell you what you can do to keep this experience, make it stronger and stronger in your day-to-day life. Okay, so now let me tell you and let me give you some tips. You have to feel your energy in your hands all the time. Okay, you have to feel it in your hands, you have to feel it on your head. As long as you are able to feel it, that means you are in touch with the all-pervading power, which is very important. You must be doing anything, but that thing should remain with you and inside you. What we do to that? Just 5 to 7 minutes of daily routine. Clear your left side like this. Clear your right side. Sorry, left side is your left hand towards the screen, right hand towards earth. Then you clear your right side, left side towards the sky, right hand towards the screen. Step number 2. And step number 3, just feel your energy. These 3 steps take hardly 5 to 7 minutes of your busy schedule every day. If you are able to do it daily basis in the morning, believe me, ladies and gentlemen, the doctors will have to look out for some other profession. 80 to 90% of your troubles will be gone forever. Believe me, I can give you in writing. If you are able to do this meditation exercise for a couple of minutes in the morning as a daily routine without fail, do it for next couple of days and try to see the changes inside you. Let me give you an example. You sow a seed in Mother Earth, right? You put a seed in Mother Earth and give some water to that seed. What happens? The seed starts germinating slowly and slowly, right? Okay, I'll come to your query, Rajni. Just hold on with your query. I'll come to that. You give some water to the seed starts germinating and you start getting a plant. But then you stop watering it. What happens? When you stop watering it, the plant will eventually die out, right? So that is what the same is with the meditation. You have to meditate it and keep watering it on daily basis for 5 to 7 minutes. Clear your left, clear your right, try to be in balance and feel your energy. Just 4 to 5 steps, 7 to 8 minutes, maybe 10 minutes if you want it, that's fine. Now, how often can you do it? Just one tip for you. You don't have to do the meditation. You have to remain in meditative state. I hope you understand the difference. We don't do the meditation, we remain in meditative state. And how do we achieve that state? Try to do it once in the morning, 4 to 5 minutes, 7 minutes, 10 minutes, as long as you like. That's very important. And do it at night before you go to sleep, just before going to sleep. And this is a reason behind it. The morning meditation is to give you and strengthen your energy so that you stay energized for entire day. This is the benefit of morning meditation. Okay. Why evening meditation before going to bed? Because, now listen to me very carefully. Throughout our day, we come across n number of things. Many of them are positive things, but many of them are negative things also. We meet so many people. Some of them are good people, some of them may not be so good people, and we attract and absorb all the negativities from all sides inside us. So before we go to sleep in the evening, it is very important for us to clear ourselves of all those negativities, right? And that is the reason the evening meditation is very important. What we do in the evening meditation is we do an exercise of foot soak. What we do in foot soak, we do the left clearance, we do the right clearance, we do the balancing and feel our energy, but while keeping our feet inside the water in a tub. You all know how the foot soak happens. I'm not going to repeat it for you in detail. You already know. It's there on your screen also how to do it. Have some fire element in front of you. Put your feet in the water in tub, okay, and do the exercise. What happens? This water, when we add some salt into it, it becomes a electrolyte. And you all know what electrolyte does. It absorbs the charges inside it from our body. So we are keeping our legs in this electrolyte. So all the negative charges of our body, they get absorbed in this water, and we wash our feet and put this water in the commode because it is containing all our negative energy. So within 7 to 8 minutes of meditation with the feet in the water, the foot soak exercise, we are able to remove all our negative energy in that water. And once we are free of that negative energy, we go to sleep. And believe me, once you do it and you go to sleep, even if you are able to sleep just for 3 to 4 hours a day, the sleep would be very sound and very rejuvenating for you for the next day. This is the benefit of evening meditation, especially with foot soak. Okay, so ladies and gentlemen, in the morning, it is a very simple meditation. Clear your left, clear your right, feel the energy, and meditate for a few minutes. That is for the morning, 7 to 8 minutes. In the evening, same routine, but with a tub of water and salt in it with your feet inside. So these are the two routines which I want all of you to practice. The third routine is you can also put some ice on your liver as you meditate. The liver is on the right side below our rib cage. That is here it is the liver. The image is inverted. I'm actually pointing on my right side. That is the place. Here you can put some ice wrapped inside a cloth, okay, which cools down your liver. Okay, what happens is once the liver cools down, your thoughts in our brain, they start reducing and your body starts relaxing. So you can do this exercise if you're feeling too exhausted, too saturated, too busy, and feeling too much of anxiety sometimes. Just do this exercise for a few minutes before going to bed, or even while you are on the bed. Just keep some ice on your liver at least two times a day. That would help you a lot. Okay, so these are few basic things: morning meditation, evening meditation with foot soak, and little bit of ice pack on your liver. Believe me, ladies and gentlemen, I don't want you to keep going to your doctors or to keep consulting the medical practitioners. I want you all to be your own gurus, you all to be able to identify what is wrong inside you and rectify yourself and stay connected to the divine and lead a very, very healthy and spiritual life. Okay, this is what my takeaway from this session is. I'll come to an end of this session now. You have a break till 11 o'clock. At 11 o'clock, we have a small session wherein we will tell you about a diet which helps you maintain your liver, right? Which is very important for your entire well-being. Please do stay tuned and don't go anywhere. You can have some relaxation, some break in between for next half an hour, and be here before 11 o'clock for the next session. Okay, and something very informative is going to come for you in that session. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, so thank you very much. Now what I want is, I want all of you to give me a feedback. Okay, I'm sending you a link over here on your chat window. Just a sec. I hope all of you are able to see a link on your chat window which I have just pasted. Okay, please feel free to give me your feedback and to register yourself. What will happen is that we'll be able to include you in our meditation routines that we conduct on Saturdays and Sundays and at various other days during the week. You can join us anytime free of cost in our meditation routines, okay, and be a part of it. Okay, so as you can see on your screens, on Sunday 9 a.m. We do it for the new seekers, which you can see on your screens, and we will be happy to have you in our sessions. And all these sessions in Sahaj Yoga are always free of cost, absolutely no cost, no membership, nothing. We just want you to lead a better life. That's all our intention is. Okay, with that I come. If you have any queries, you can let me know. Still here for next couple of minutes. I can address your queries, or you can send your queries on the links that we have given you. You register, you join those groups, put your queries, we'll be able to answer you. Thank you so much. Thank you, ma'am, and thank you so much, ma'am, for organizing it. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, sir. It was a wonderful experience indeed. So I would like to ask the participants if they have any queries. We can take up some queries right now. If you just raise your hands, Rajni ma'am was saying something I think in between. So if you still have a query, I can just unmute you. Please let me know. The link is there. I think I can see that in the chat box. Somebody is saying that they could not find the link, but I could see it.
Okay, in case if you don't have queries right now, or you don't want to ask the queries in the forum, you can get yourself, a part of this group, and then you can in group you can paste those queries. We have many Sahaj Yoga experts who are a part of this group, and they will be able to address and answer your queries on individual basis also. Yeah.
She is
Thank you
there.
so much, ma'am.
She is
Thank you.
there. She has a question.
Yeah, please carry on,
You
ma'am.
can speak up. You're unmuted.
देखो बोलेगी वो रजनी मैं नहीं हूँ रजनी वो तुमने मुझे डरा दिया मैंने कहा मैं कौन से मैंने तो कुछ क्वेश्चन भी नहीं पूछा एक दिन तो मैंने रेज किया था एंड बस
I think that's not a query, so maybe we can ignore that. Not an issue.
Okay, fine.
Okay. Thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen, on the call. And please let us know your queries. You have questions, any, and how you want to progress. Do let us know, and we'll be able to help you. Okay. Thank you so much, ma'am, all of you. I'm
Okay.
hanging off right now. Thank you.
Yeah, there were two Rajni from the same name, Rajni Sharma. So I could not unmute you. I'm so sorry for that. But I think we can take up your query in the next session, because the next session is also on Sahaj Yoga, and you can always ask for any doubts, right? So we'll be starting at the next session again at on Sahaj Yoga again at 11 a.m. So you can till then you can relax. You can practice meditation if you want in between, and then we will join back in about half an hour or so. Have a nice day. I've shared the feedback link again. I hope now it is visible to everyone. Those who are not able to see it, please see it now. I just posted it on the WhatsApp group as well, so you can see it from there also.
Hello.
Yeah, hello Priyanka ma'am. Good morning.
Good morning. So I came to know about the session in the morning itself.
Sorry?
I came to know about the session in the morning itself.
Okay.
So
Morning. So you can
I'll just
you just try sharing your screen.
you can see.
I think it's starting right now. Yeah, I can see now. Yeah, looks perfect now. So we'll start the session at 11 now. I think your voice is breaking.
You can hear, right?
Yeah,
My voice is breaking. Is it fine now?
it is
Okay,
fine.
I'll get my router to this room.
I think. Anyways, we'll begin at 11. So in the meanwhile, if you want to make some arrangements, yeah, you can do that.
Yeah. Yes. I'll stop sharing then.
No, it's okay. It's okay. You can put it on display. It's okay.
Okay. So I'll stop the video and mute, and I'll bring my. Hello.
Yes.
Yeah. So now it's fine. Is there
Yeah,
any
looks
breaking?
perfect to me.
Great.
I have text with you. I think you can just take it and look over there.
Sorry. Now your voice is breaking. So
Check
this
the chat box. Please check the chat box.
I'll search for a profile. This must be somewhere. So this is for students, right?
No. This is faculty development program, and all of us are assistant professors also. Okay.
Okay.
Now, could you please check the chat box?
Hello.
Yes, ma'am.
So okay. I'll send a message to you.
Hello, Ritu ma'am. This is Chandrakant.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Good morning, sir.
Good morning, ma'am. So today, my our colleague Priyanka ma'am will be going to lead the session. So just wanted to check with Priyanka ma'am the setup and everything is fine. She can share her
Yes.
Priyanka ma'am. So
Yes,
Hi.
your
check
video is
for
perfectly fine. Yeah, can you share your screen if possible once? Okay, everything is perfect, so no problem. So, morning Ritu ma'am, how are you?
I'm doing
Practicing.
great. These sessions, they're wonderful. Actually, I've never practiced Sahaj Yoga, but I'm sure I'm going to join it after this.
Yeah, definitely. We want you to also participate with us in future session as a speaker for Sahaj Yoga.
I need to practice it first.
Yeah. So thank you, ma'am. Maybe Ritu ma'am will be going to lead the session, and maybe I can you can promote me back to as an audience. So let's Ritu ma'am lead the session. If required, I can ping you again, and then you can promote because now Priyanka ma'am's
Perfectly okay, sir.
desktop and
Yeah, it's perfectly okay. You can be there in the list of panelists. There's no problem.
okay. Thank you, ma'am. No problem. Okay,
We'll begin in next 3 minutes or so.
okay, ma'am. No issue.
Priyanka ma'am, all set? Shall we start?
Yes, we can start.
So I hope everybody has joined. So welcome back everyone to the next session of Sahaja Yoga again. We have with us Ms. Priyanka Darke. I would like to welcome you ma'am to this FDP and thank you so much for joining in such a short notice. So I would like to introduce Ms. Are you saying something ma'am?
No, I'm done.
I think there's some network issue at my end because I cannot hear you properly. Maybe it is at my end. So without any further delay, I would like to introduce Priyanka Darke ma'am with the audience. So Priyanka Darke has been working for past 14 years as a software researcher and a scientist in Tata Research Development and Design Center, TCS Pune. She has been practicing Sahaja Yoga for several years for self-discovery, managing stress, and maintaining work-life balance. So this today's session is basically on meditation through self-realization, and I could see that you'll be telling us about how to deal with certain problems that we face due to maybe I think liver. You said so. We are going to
Yes.
have a great session in which we can just see how we can avoid doctor for certain problems that we face. So this is the best way, that best technique to cure any problem. I'm sure you all will enjoy the session, and if you practice it, I'm sure we all will be getting benefited out of it. So without any further ado, I would like to request ma'am to please start your presentation. This over to you. Are you able
Thank
to-
you, Ritu. Can everyone see my screen and hear me properly?
You can write your message on the chat box. They said yes, so you can just start now.
Yes. So good morning, everyone. Like she said, I'm Priyanka, and today I'm lucky to be facing all of you and with you on an area which is related to us and can help us do really well in life. This down completely with respect to our health, with respect to wealth, because health is related to wealth, and so many other aspects of life. Right. So first we'll look at two fundamental questions which we all ask ourselves before we even look at the liver problems or liver related knowledge that we can gain out of this session. So the first is, can I feel better, less stressed and tired, mentally, physically and emotionally? And secondly, how can I evolve as a person, establish a relationship with myself and the divine, which is based on, okay, can you hear me?
For me, it was clear. For me, it was not breaking. I think they can be issue at someone else's end as well.
Okay. So slow so that there is no problem. Second question, how can we evolve ourselves to establish a relationship with ourselves and the divine, which is based on truth and not hypocrisy or rituals? Now, these are two questions will be able to help ourselves a lot. The question is, are these questions related to our liver in any chance, by any chance? Let's see. The other thing that we were talking about was, if I want to develop a complete personality through meditation, can I do that? A complete personality means aspects of social, material, career, family, spiritual, emotional, mind, and body. So these are completely related to the two questions that we asked. And this is the subtle system which all of us are aware of. And this is the divine energy inside us, which rises and comes out of the fontanelle pool. This is just for revision, but I'll move on. We won't spend too much time on this. right? So this is the subtle system, and this area, can everyone hear me? Please ping if otherwise.
Yes.
Okay, great, thanks. So this area here, which is on the right side of our navel, Nabhi chakra or the solar plexus, this portion and a little bit below this entire area, as we all may have learned in our school biology, is the area of the liver, right? Now, I don't know how many of you have noticed, but there are certain points of time when we are stressed and we feel a sudden spurt of heat coming out from our stomach, from the right side of our body. Just, you may not have noticed so far, but now all of you have been practicing meditation for some days. Start noticing. Does that ever happen to you? If not, the other way is when you feel a little laid back, more. So these are the two types of liver problems that we face. One is when the liver is overactive, and one when it is not at all active. Overactive one keeps on thinking a lot, and the other one, which is not at all active, does not do enough thinking, which is needed for our day-to-day activities, our tasks. So first we will look at the first one, which is overactive liver. Now, by now, all of you must have come to know what are the actions of a liver, functions of a liver. It is to clean up the blood. It is to remove all the toxins from the blood and remove all the heat from the blood. So it is a filter. It is a toxin remover. The other thing that it takes care of so many organs in our body. It takes care of the spleen. It takes care of, and there are other organs also which are surrounding that liver. Now, when our liver is overactive, what happens is these two centers, this one as well as this one, but especially the second center, energy center, gets involved of taking care of the liver only. Now that center has to take care of several other organs which are in this area of our body. Like I said, the spleen. When it can't do that, all the energy we consume through our food or our mental energy, all our emotional energy is spent on the liver. Because of that, other organs start suffering one by one, right? That's the first problem of an overactive liver. And now, the very, very important thing that the liver has to do is to convert our fat cells into brain cells. This may be a revision. I have not attended your previous session, so this may be a revision for a lot of you, but I think it's a good revision. It will help us in the long run to remember these things. So all the energy that we consume in our food is the fat, which may be stored in our body, and that is used to convert, liver converts that energy, those fat cells, into brain, which are passed on to the brain. So now, when we are doing a lot of thinking, a lot of planning, or a lot of activity, when there is an overactive liver, all the fat cells are converted into gray cells. Now, that energy that we have consumed is not only for thinking, it's for other activities. There's digestion, there's excretion, there is so many things that we all know of, our body has to do. All that energy, if it is directed to thinking, then what will happen? All other things will suffer. Like, simple one is, if you're always running about and we're active and doing a lot of things, then the spleen suffers. When there's a lot of jerks to our mental system or our mental system, our brain, when we know that, oh gosh, I have to do this now, next I have to do this. And several times when there are too many things to do, we may not end up doing anything properly because there is no focus, because the poor liver is moving around in all possible directions And actually, I don't know how much work it can do. So because of this overactivity, the spleen suffers, and then we may end up in very serious problems. One of them is blood cancer. The other thing is diabetes. Now, diabetes is also because of liver-related problem. Why? Because of the lack of energy, because of the overactivity of the liver. The third thing is when we have intense in our body, intense heat in our body. Now, there are some people whom if you just touch them, their body is hot, right? This intense heat is also related to cancer patients. When cancer patients, they don't usually get fevers. Their body may be warm from inside, but they don't usually get fevers. Why? Because that whole heat is stored up inside, and slowly it is working out, affecting each and every center of our body, like this 1 and 2 and so on. So the heat which is collected in the liver slowly rises up and can affect the entire right side of an individual. When this happens, one thing that can affect us is heart attacks. When this heat rises and reaches this area, that is the heart center, it can cause heart attacks. You may have heard of a lot of people now who are quite young in age, but they do face BP problems, cholesterol problems. These are nothing but liver problems or hyperactive, overactive right side problems, which is completely controlled or connected to the liver. The other thing is this may even go higher here to the fifth energy center called the cervical plexus, and it can cause cervical related problems like hypothyroid problems. The other emotional or the spiritual manifestation of this heat rising in us is we lose the madhurya or the sweetness in our voice. We start using bad words, words which hurt others, words which don't make but break relationships. We don't want to do that. No one wants to do that. People want to explain good things to everyone. But because of this heat, we just play into the hands of this heat and we start talking like this, which is not a good thing. Like everyone said, told you earlier, they must have told you, it has to do with collectivity, with our synergy between ourselves. When this is impacted due to the heat, that is when we can't be collective because we lose the ability or we cannot use our ability to speak sweetly with others. And slowly, when the heat rises even higher, it reaches our head. And I mean, if you find someone who has a very hot liver, it's very hard to talk to that person because he can't help it. You know, he may be an extremely nice person. He can be extremely nice, but even in that niceness, he wants to do so many good things. He wants to do a lot of good things, but because of this heat, his goodness comes out in the form of heat only. And he may be an extremely dynamic person, but wantingly, unwantingly, he may end up hurting others with his overactivity because he may feel that no one else is doing anything, I'm doing everything. And in the worst case, when our liver is too heated up, like I said, it hurts the heart. The heart can start collecting fat, cholesterol basically in our heart, and that can get into the bloodstream. It can get into the bloodstream, it can go anywhere. When that piece of cholesterol or pieces of cholesterol, when they reach our head, at that time we come across or we suffer from a stroke. So we have come to know about ice pack treatment, foot soak treatment. These are very simple treatments for such severe medical conditions that we can come to just because we are not able to control our liver. And this is not a mistake. There are so many factors that govern our lives every day. There are so many factors. I mean, if someone comes in front of you and starts shouting at you, a normal human being, how long can they control ourselves? How long can we control? Very nice. Thank you, Ms. Rajni. So good to know this. So what to do? Is there a way by which we can overcome these problems, which are not just related to ourselves, but also our environment? I'll give you a simple example. Suppose there's a child who's born into a family. Unfortunately, fortunately, into a family where one person is an extreme disciplinarian, extremely angry all the time. It can be a mother, it can be a father, it can be a grandfather, or even elder brothers. And that child is brought up in that environment right from childhood. What is that child going to learn? Anger. That becomes a part of its behavior. It just becomes the culture of the child, the social conditioning of that child. But that is not beneficial for the child, because when that child goes out into the society and suppose starts talking in the same way as the way in which it has learned in its family, no one is going to love that child. No one is going to like to interact with that grown up child now. That person will wonder, what is wrong with me? Why do people want to work with me? Now, coming to a research point of view, like I was talking about two types of livers. One is a hyperactive, overactive liver, and the second is an underactive, a not at all active liver. Suppose
मम्मा पापा के दो लैपटॉप
hello,
पापा के तीनों लैपटॉप
Sorry for that.
पापा ने तुम्हारा ग्रे वाला लैपटॉप भी है
I think someone needs to mute themselves. I think someone needs to.
तुम्हारा भी है
So
Sorry about that. You can continue.
yeah, so when we are doing research, now consider a time when we don't have a research problem. We are looking for a research problem. At that time, there are two things that can happen to us. One is we give up, or we just keep on looking. Now this liver can play tricks on us. If we think too much, then we'll just keep on thinking. And in that thinking, we may not reach a research problem. We definitely won't reach a solution. But in that thinking, we may even be misguided and lead to different areas which are of no interest or are not of significance. Now consider a student. If you are a faculty and there is a student, say a research student who comes to you, and poor thing is lost because he has an underactive liver. So he is not able to perform so well. So he's already scared because he's not able to think, and he's scared. What will happen? I'm a PhD student. What will happen to me? My career is not going ahead. Why did I get into PhD? Now, these are all depressive thoughts. These are all frustrating thoughts. And if that student is not living with their family, if he's not living with his family or she's not living with his family, then it's a serious situation. In that case, suppose I, as a faculty, have a hot liver. The student comes to me and I start shouting at that person, that student, because I feel that he's not done anything is wrong with that person. That poor fellow is going to go more into depression because he'll feel I'm good for nothing, and I'll start feeling that my student is good for nothing, and I'll get angry at that student. I'll feel, oh gosh, I don't get good students. There's so much of work to be done. There's so much of research to be done. Now here we can be both. Sometimes we are the students. Sometimes we are the faculty who's shouting at the student. So if suppose at that time our liver is in balance, it is not heated up. A person who comes to us with these problems and we are able to handle that person better because we don't react. Now, these reactions also come from the liver. When the liver is too heated up, we react. When it is cool, we understand. So these are all of these aspects of the liver. These are the problems related to the liver. I'm talking about day-to-day life. Diabetes, India is the worst affected country by diabetes. So we can imagine how much of thinking we must be doing in this country. When our liver becomes into balance, insulin absorption, excretion, everything comes into balance. Sugar comes. I know of a lady who's 75 years old. She started practicing Sahaja Yoga meditation. Her liver came into balance. Her sugar came in balance. The doctor did not accept it. He was not able to accept how that happened. Her BP came in under control. She was 75 years old. Now she's 81 and she's happy. She's very relieved and she's still practicing Sahaja Yoga meditation. So now what we'll do is we'll have a short meditation session where we'll focus more on our liver to bring it into balance. Okay? Is that fine, everyone? Shall we start?
Perfect.
So let's put both our hands on the lap. We'll close our eyes. And we'll put our complete attention on top of the head. Now we'll pray to the Divine. Dear Divine, by your grace, let us have a beautiful meditation. Let us feel in this meditation a balanced liver, a relaxed state of mind by a balanced liver. So first, we'll do our balancing. We'll keep our left hand in front of us and right hand towards Mother Earth, both the feet touching the ground. Here we'll pray, Dear Divine, if there are any imbalances in our left channel, please suck it into the Mother Earth. Dear Divine, if there are any problems, imbalances in our left channel, please suck them into Mother Earth. We'll keep complete attention on top of the head. Now we'll bring our right hand back on the lap, palm facing upwards, left hand towards the sky, bending on the elbow, left elbow. Now this is one way of removing heat from our liver, which is completely connected to our right channel. So we'll pray with complete attention on top of the head. We'll pray, Dear Divine, by your grace, please remove all the excess heat on our right channel into the sky element. Dear Divine, please remove all the excess heat from our right channel into the sky element. Now, please take your attention to the left hand, which is facing upwards. Can you feel something there? Is there any heat along your fingers which is coming out? We can also take our attention along the right side of our spinal cord. Is there any coolness there along our back? Now we'll take our right hand, put it on the right side, we'll take our left hand and put it on the right side of our navel, which is our waist. We'll put it there and slightly below the waist as well. The liver area, we'll put our left hand on the liver area. And with our complete heart, we'll pray to the divine. O divine, please cool down my liver. If it is hot, please give complete balance to my liver. Please remove the excess heat from our livers. We'll take complete attention. We'll watch alertly below our left palm, which is in contact, which is in touch with the liver area. We'll keep praying in our heart. Dear divine, please balance my liver. Please give me silence. Please give me balance of personality. Please remove all my aggression. Please remove my over-planning and futuristic thinking. Excess futuristic thinking. Dear divine, please calm down my liver. Please rest my liver. Dear divine, please cool down, soothe down my liver. Now, we pay attention to our right palm. Do we feel there? We also take our attention to the right side of our spinal cord in the liver area, not our hand, but inside, towards, or the back. Is there coolness there now? Let us all surrender to our Mother Kundalini to take us into meditation by cooling down our liver. Let's do the job. We bring our left hand in front of us, palm facing upwards. We'll play some music which is conducive for the liver, and we'll keep our attention on top of the head. Dear all, now we'll slowly raise our right hand on top of the head. Keep it 1 or 2 inches above. Take it up, down, forward, backward. Is there better coolness or lesser heat? Slowly bring the right down, palm facing upwards. We'll take our attention to our right hand. What are we feeling? Every finger, center of the palm, base of the palm. What are we feeling? Next, we take our attention to the right hand, right palm. Every finger, center of the palm. Has it become cooler than earlier? We take our attention to the top of the head, the talu. Do we feel any coolness there? Finally, do we feel relaxed? Are we in the with full alertness? We'll join our hands. We'll bow down. We'll thank the divine. Thank you so much for these few minutes of spontaneous meditation. We'll again bring the hands in front. If there are any questions or if there are any requests, we are open for questions now. So, yeah, so there is one question. Someone had a thyroid problem. Slight, I don't know how much is high and how much is low, but she said that she had faced neck pain and high cholesterol and a heated. So this is good that you've asked this question. Very nice of you. For a heated liver, I think they have explained to you earlier a few remedies like ice pack. Not much, just either put an ice pack for five minutes on the liver on the right hand side of your navel on your waist, or you can just take some ice and rub it in the liver area. You'll immediately feel good. So before going to eat or before sitting for meditation, you can do the ice pack treatment. Don't forget to do your foot soak daily. It is extremely useful, not just for liver, but it also takes care of so many 80 to 90% of the problems of the body are solved by the foot soak. We have already explained to you. And of course, when for meditation, one should do a balancing. One should put this step of balancing the right side. Put right hand in front of on the lap and left hand towards the sky. And finally, take the left hand, put it on the liver area, and you can pray to the divine to cool down the liver, cool down. Automatically, everything else will come. For high BP cholesterol, taking the right hand, putting on the heart, and taking the affirmation that, dear divine, by your grace, I am the pure spirit. You can say, Mother, by your grace, I am the pure spirit. When we do that, our attention goes to our heart, which automatically brings down all these problems. Yes, this method is also helpful in case of fatty liver starts, like I said, the underactive, not the overactive, the other one. The underactive liver is due to fatty liver. In that case, one should again ask for balance of the liver. You can put your right hand, I repeat, right hand on the liver, and you can ask for a balance of the liver. This is for the beginning, slowly. But this has to be done every day. Someone who has a fatty liver should not take very cool water for foot soap, should not use ice pack, should take normal temperature to little warm, but normal temperature water, which is say body temperature or slightly like that, lukewarm water. Someone who has a heated liver should take cool water or cold water, depending on how your liver is. If even cool water or cold water feels not so useful, then you can put ice in the water. There is another question that she gets tears in her eyes while praying to God. She's not worried about it, so it's a good thing. It's not due to heat in the liver. It's not. It's just the feelings which are coming out, which did not have an outlet so far, they are coming out. And you feeling so thankful that it is happening. It's nothing. You can just, if you feel that something needs to be done, you can just take your right hand, put it on the center heart, your left heart, and we can pray. We can pray that I'm the pure spirit and I'm not these emotions, and I'm thankful. I'm thankful for everything. Just say that. I'm thankful for everything. That's all. These are just the thanks, I would say gratitude or good emotions which are just coming out because they had not found a path to come out so far. No problem. With time, if you don't want it, it'll go away. Stress headache. Someone is asking about stress headache. Yes, this is a problem when there is a lot of stress on us and when we get angry with someone or some situation. Someone can get angry with the government, someone can get angry with their children, anything, doesn't matter. So, for this, one very simple thing is to firstly balance the right side nicely. Second, put the right hand on the forehead, and for our own peace of mind, just say, Mother, by your grace, I forgive everyone. Just say, for our own benefit, for our own peace of mind. Stiffness on back of head. So, first is, for our own peace of mind, I forgive everyone. I also forgive myself. Next, see, the stiffness on back of head is such a subtle thing. What sort of a medicine can you take for it? But in Sahaja Yoga, there is something that we can do for it. Is you can put your right hand on the back side of your optic chiasma like this, and you can bend your head backwards. Now, this is the back agya, the back side of this center itself. We can put it behind, and we can say, Dear Divine, if I have done anything wrong, knowingly or unknowingly, then please forgive me. The divine forgives very easily. It's about us forgiving ourselves. The divine forgives everyone very easily. They can forgive anything and everything. We forgive others, and then divine forgives us. Someone is asking, a person with fatty liver cannot use ice pack for liver and balance it through meditation. So Sahaja Yoga or meditation is actually it's experiments. So yes, fatty liver, one should not use ice pack because it is already a lethargic liver. If you give it ice, it will become even more lethargic. So whatever is cold falls down and whatever is hot goes up. So cold things, ice is the cold form of water. So cold we don't give cold. We try to balance things out by giving cold to hot things, not to cold things itself. So try to balance it through meditation. Try to balance the left side, center, heart, and through meditation, right hand on the liver and praying for balance. Try this for a few days. One should try this experiment for a few days. Answer, check whether we feel better. If we feel better, good enough. If we don't feel better, then there are other ways. But for now, these are already a few techniques. So let's try them one by one. Meditation is very important. Hyperacidity. Yes, hyperacidity is also due to liver and very lot of activity. So balancing liver will help it. Yes. Are there chances of not wearing specs after crossing 45? Well, the spectacles that we get because of old age, well, that won't go. But yes, there are ways by which when we do this step and when we do this step, we're actually clearing out our, like I said, optic chiasma. So over a period of time, the number reduces, our eyes can become all right. A lot of people have experienced this, but it may not happen in a day. It depends on our own state, our own regularity in meditation, our own depth that we achieve daily, our own clearance that we achieve with daily meditation, morning and evening. But yes, specs can be removed. But it won't happen in one day. It has to be through daily practice, which is very simple. Many times have severe migraine on one side of forehead and that side eye. Yes. If the migraine is happening on one side of forehead itself, then if it is happening on this side of the forehead, then it is due to an imbalance on the left side, left channel. If it is happening on this side, then it is due to an imbalance on the right side. So accordingly, we should balance out that side. It is not difficult. The third thing is, it is due to this center as well as this center. I don't think we have spoken about this center, but slowly, when this one improves, this one automatically improves, not an issue. Migraine has been solved, has been cured. Meditation is important. With regular meditation, all problems go away. All problems. Sometimes it's the other. So sometimes it can be on the left, it can be on the right. It depends on which side is not in balance. It's okay. Someone is saying that they are getting center palms hot even now. It's nothing to worry. It's all right. There is one simple example which we can use to understand this. Why there is heat either in the hand, in the eyes. So this is all right. See, what happens is, suppose there's a pipe, a water pipe, and it has not been used for years. Like, it is just not used. So when we switch on the water, suppose it gets the water supply, and we switch on the water supply, in the beginning, there's nothing coming out. After some time, you start hearing something like funny noises start coming out of that pipe. Even later, you get dirty water, and finally, you get nice, cool, clean, clear water. So this is the same thing that is happening to us. What an issue is hot. With regular meditation, it will turn cool. It will turn soothing. Hot is because the Kundalini, which is inside us, the mother energy, the divine energy, is working out. It is making a path for herself to come up and come out of here. Or if it a few more strands to come up here, not a problem. It will slowly become cool. If eyes are hot, it's the same reason. There's heat in the eyes. Like I said, the heat climbs up and can make its house anywhere, no problem. Maybe there's dryness. You can just wash your eyes with water regularly. Drink a lot of water. That also cools down our system. It cools down our liver. Not an issue. Daily meditation, especially foot soak daily before going to bed, will help a lot. Gastric troubles, no problem. Gastric is uh, only because of hot liver. It can be because of cool liver also, or lack of. It can be due to a left-sided problem also. No issues with regular meditation, like we said, balancing left and right. These problems go away. I mean, gastric problems go away very quickly. Hair fall problem. Yeah, so this is also related to the liver. Once the liver is balanced, hair fall problem will go away. Early morning meditation, which you can have depending on your schedule. Firstly, complete sleep is important, but early morning meditation really helps to cool down the liver like anything. If you have an early morning meditation, nothing like it. It will really solve the liver problems. It will give a balance. If it's a cool, that will be solved. If it's a hot liver, that will be solved if we go in for early morning meditation. Now, according to what time you sleep at night, it's best to sleep early, say around 10:30. Just go off to sleep. If not, worst case 11, best is 10, worst is 11. Get up in the morning, say around, if you can't get up too early, at least 5:30, and have your meditation. It will solve all your problems, all migraine, everything will go away. Morning meditation, just it. The meditation is beautiful. The whole atmosphere is perfect. There is no noise. There is no light. So our optic chiasma, this center is relaxed, and we can have a beautiful meditation in this time at that time, and you'll be amazed how beautifully, how quickly we'll grow, and our problems will be over. Stones from kidney. Yes. Kidney stones also go away. This is also due to hot liver, right side. That will go away. Yes. Knee pain, left leg. Knee pain, left leg is due to left navel. I don't know if you have been told about the centers in the left as well as right. All the centers in the central channel have their reflections in the left as well as right. If you can put your right hand on the left side of your navel or on your knee and just meditate for some time, that knee pain can reduce. But best is to go in for a foot soak, that will just go away completely. And go in for morning meditation. Morning meditation balances the left as well as the right. It is very important. Cysts in kidneys. Yeah, this is also a problem, and I'm sorry to hear about this. But yes, that can be cured as well. Go in for regular foot soak. Don't miss your foot soak. Don't miss your meditation. Everything is in vain if there is no meditation. Gallbladder stones also become all right. If there is no meditation, none of these techniques work. These techniques are only to help us meditate better. With meditation, everything is cured. Constipation is also a right side. Please drink plenty of water. Please balance your right side. Please apply ice pack and go for cold water foot soak. Don't please try to avoid overthinking. Relax. Meditate regularly. Morning meditation is extremely important. Yeah. So thank you all. There's no more questions, I think.
Thank you, ma'am. Thanks a lot, ma'am, for such a engaging session rather, because it has been helped all the attendees a lot. I can look at the chat box and the way the hope has been given to the attendees regarding, the stones, the constipation, the knee pain, everything can be solved through Sahaj Yoga. It is, very new for me also, that through meditation and Sahaj Yoga, so many things can be solved which are actually posed as a very big problem in the medical fraternity. And people undergo a lot of diagnoses and surgeries for these things. So if it can be solved by giving, half an hour of their day, I guess everybody will get benefited.
Absolutely. You're absolutely right.
And it has been a very nice interaction with you, ma'am. I'm sure all the listeners, they have the same experience. We are having great session, ma'am.
It's an absolute pleasure to be interacting with such alert, interested audience. Thank you so much. It's a pleasure to be here.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you, Priyanka.
Thank you so much. Bye. Bye, everyone.
Bye. Bye. Thank you. Now, this is for all the participants. We are finishing with this session now, and we'll continue the sessions at 1:30. We have the last session for this FDP by Mr. Sanjeev Chopra. And later on, we'll have a small vote of thanks, and the test will be there. There was one more issue many candidates were facing, that their candidature is still under the applied tab. I mean, when they enter the AICT portal, it is still applied. I've been following this issue with AICT, and I think the issue is resolved. I have checked my portal as a coordinator, and it seems that it is resolved. Please check your portals, and you can get back to us after the lunch, even if it is still under the applied. I hope everybody will be approved now. There will be no feedback link. All you have to do is, once the session is over, it will get over by 3 o'clock. So all the technical sessions will be over. That time, AICT will activate the feedback link on the portal. So the portal from where you applied for the FDP, there you have to go and click on the feedback link. Oh, okay. If it is active now, I request not to fill it up right now, because there's one more session left. So it is requested that you fill that feedback form after the last session, and it will be through AICT only. We will not be taking any feedback. Yes, but we will be taking a test also. And that test will be active maybe for 1 hour time. we'll have to check up with Ritu because Ritu is coordinating the test paper as well as the time for which the test will be active. So all of you need to fill up that test. All of you need to fill up that test. Now there is one more question. What about social emotional intelligence worksheet? Unfortunately, due to technical glitches, that session could not be done. And since we were already packed on Thursday and Friday with the sessions, we have not rescheduled that lecture because on Wednesday also we had 5 lectures back to back, and it becomes very tiring for the participants sitting since morning 9 till 6:30 in the evening. So we have not rescheduled that. The AICT mandate is for conducting 14 lectures. We are anyways conducting more than 14 lectures. So almost 17 or 18 lectures are there. So we are not rescheduling that. And that worksheet can be with you since the lecture was never conducted. So we cannot fill it up and get the analysis done. I think that answers all the queries. We'll meet again at 1:30 for the last lecture. Thank you all.